Brawijaya Museum is one of the historical educational tourist attractions located on Ijen Street, Malang, East Java. There is a saying that a great nation is a nation that respects its history. As we know, Indonesia has many historical events in the past, and we, as good citizens, we must also appreciate the services of the heroes who have fought for independence in Indonesia. There are many ways that we can do, one of which is holding educational tours to the many museums in Indonesia. Now, the Brawijaya Museum is one that you can visit, especially if you come from East Java. The museum has 5 main areas for exhibiting historical objects. First, a weapons park that exhibits a collection of historical objects including tanks, firearms looted from the invaders, cannons, and there is also a statue of General Sudirman. Lobby room which contains historical collections that visitors can see, namely reliefs from the assignment of Brawijaya troops, reliefs of Majapahit rule, and symbols of the unity of the Indonesian state. And then room 1 contains a collection of historical objects between the years 1945 until 1949, one of which is the De Soto car. Room 2, which contains historical objects from 1950 to the present. And last, the center page which exhibits the collection of Carriage of Death and Sikiki both.
Hello guys, my name is Fadhil. Right now I will explain one of a collection in Brawijaya Museum. To be more specific, I will show you photos in here. And as you can see behind me, these are photos taken during Old Indonesian War. In Brawijaya Museum, you can see a lot of photos taken during war in Indonesia a long time ago. For the example, one here, this photo is taken by Indonesian people a long time ago. In Brawijaya Museum, you can see 100, even more photos in here. Not just photos in here that you can see, you also can see a picture in here. There are a lot of pictures in Brawijaya Museum. Okay, follow me, I will show you a lot of collection in Brawijaya Museum. Okay, let's go around here. As you can see, inside me is a gallery that tell Indonesian history. The painting behind me is painting that painted by Soviet in 1957, which tell about the Battle of Surabaya. In addition, a photo and painting that I have described. Next, we will explain more about weapon and vehicle that in Museum Brawijaya.
Okay, so now I will explain about the weapons and exclusive weapons that is stored here in Museum Brawijaya, and most of the guns here are actually stolen from the era of World War II and post-World War II era. So now we move on to these two big guns, and I will start from this one, and I believe this is called the Boys anti-tank rifle. And this big anti-tank rifle is, I believe, were used by the England and were used by the French military and was used in the Eastern theater of World War II. And we move on to the second big gun, and I believe this one is called the Bren machine gun. And this machine gun holds about 30 rounds of bullets, and I believe the purpose of this weapon is to suppress the enemy. And it also includes a bipod which also reduce the recoil of the gun and to also improve the recoil of the gun. Okay, so as far as I know, this exotic weapon is mostly used in World War II, and they mostly came from across the globe. And as you can see here behind me, we have a collection of pistol, and as you can see right here, this one is a C96 pistol, which I believe is originated from Germany, and this one is a Luger P08, and this pistol is commonly used by the German officer. And the third one is Mark V revolver, and I believe that one is originated from England and mostly used by the officer. There is actually too many weapons that is stored here in Museum Brawijaya, and I simply cannot review them one by one. And actually we move on to the next part, which will be explained by my friend, and it's about cars and birds that is historical in Indonesia.
So for the next part, I will explain the post dove here. As you can see, this is a dove that used of the Army of Indonesia for communication system. And in 1946, from Lamongan to Bojonegoro.
So this card is used by Colonel Sumpino at 1948. He is a commander of Division 1 East Japan. So as you can see, here is a sedan purchased by Lesotho USA at 1941 and
This is one of the most iconic collection in Museum Brawijaya. Locals usually call it Gerbang Maut.
And that's an explanation of the Brawijaya Museum. We highly recommend this place for those of you who like historical events in Indonesia.